Well, hello there guys, welcome to some more close combat. I don't think it's any surprise that I am really loving playing as these Italians. They're absolutely excellent in this game in many different ways. We've had quite a few victories with them and I want to continue with them, except this time I want to make it a little more of a challenge. And what we're going to do is actually be attacking here. You can see the Allies have 2 points, we have 1 point, so we're absolutely forced to move forward and take on the enemy. We've got a few Bersaglieri, or Italian machine gun units, so I really want to try and start moving these guys into position, not there, over here, and pretty much just start firing on any Americans we see in front of us. Now, let me take a look here. What is this baby? That is, again, another Italian machine gun. I'm going to try to push it forward, but again, we don't have the ridges. We've got to take those ridges. That's going to be so important here. So let's move up over here with the Breda. And let's get up here with the Bersaglieri. They need to take this position, even with potential losses, honestly. We'll go up and get to Breda Bridge. Try and grab some more of these machine gun units. Wait, did we just send everybody there? No, come on. Not possible. And we'll send these guys right here. Obviously, we'll readjust as we need to, but we'll decide on that as we get into the fight. We've got a Controcarro team here. I'm not sure how many American tanks we're going to be facing. Could be a lot, could be none at all, but I want to be prepared for that. I'm also going to put one of the command units back here. And again, we're keeping it on the ridge there so he doesn't get easily killed. We do have a pack gun, and I know it's not great to necessarily put this thing out in the open, but we've had so many situations where we're just not able to use our pack. So I'm going to keep it sort of next to this shack here. Hopefully that'll be good cover. If the enemy comes from here, I'm hoping he won't be able to see us. But if he comes from here, we'll be able to target him and hopefully do some serious damage. Again, another Bersaglieri MG squad. Kind of want to move them up here to Breda Bridge and potentially move quickly forward and get over here on this tiny ridge. Not sure if it's going to be that good, but you know what? Better than nothing. We've got still quite a few units back here, which is amazing that we could bring forward. And again, another pack gun, a cannone. So this one, I'm going to keep on top of the hill here. I'm hoping he can see pretty much anything ahead of us. We've also got a carro, but it's not that awesome semovente that we were using before. This is pretty much your standard Italian carro. It's nothing special, let's be honest. Also, a nice little mortar there. I'm getting him really close to the front line. Another Bersaglieri unit. I'm wondering where we should put this guy. You know what? We're going to try to sneak him over here to the Highway 15 junction. That's another area we need to take. But of course, I want to take things calmly, not necessarily rush forward or anything like that. Without further ado, guys, we're going to start the battle. I hope you guys are ready. Don't forget to hit that like button and support us by dropping a comment down below. Obviously, if you're new to the channel, subscribe. Let's attack these Americani. Here we go, folks. It begins, and it looks like we've already spotted an enemy unit here. Can't quite tell what it is. Okay, we've got an enemy scout car. Not that dangerous, but obviously if we can destroy it, we certainly want to try. Alright, already some pretty effective fire there by the Americans. We're going to have to move some of our boys closer to that ridge right there in the middle. Let's do it. Grab that, Bersaglieri. Forget sneaking. We need you to move fast. Go for it, guys. We'll also get that mortar firing soon. Same with this guy here. I'm going to push him up to this ridge. This is such an important location, especially with all the Americans all over the place. Obviously, we also have to take this area, but I'm not going to worry about that right now. Actually, you know what? I'll take this guy, although he's already getting shots on the enemy. I'm not sure if we want to leave the location. Let's just go before we think about it too long. All right, mortar. I don't know if this one's going to be better than the last one we used. The Italian mortars are pretty ineffective, unfortunately. Let's just fire over there at the BAR team. What about over here on the right side? Yeah, it looks like we took Breda Bridge without the fight. So, I want to try and support our boys here on this side. Let's push forward over here. Hopefully we don't get shot at as we're moving over. But again, we've got this ridge. We've got to try and push our advantage. Already getting some hits on the Americans back there. That's a good sign. But I want to take this even more. Obviously, these mountains, especially in Tunisia, in this particular game, are so important. Oh, one of our boys getting hit there. Not so good. One of the guys on the Breda fact, let's see what our sniper is doing, our tiratore. It's not doing great. Still, we'll let him take his shots. Now the question is, do we want to push for Hill 220, guys? That is very risky, but we can get that Bersaglieri unit actually in a firing position. Again, not much cover up here except for bushes. I'm going for it. We've been aggressive so far with the Italians, and it's worked. However, it looks like one of our machine gun teams is going to run away. Come on, guys. We've got this. We've done it before with Italy. We can do it again. Oh, boy. A lot of guys getting hit there. We're going to be a little more careful this time and drop over here. Nice! Some decent mortar rounds. I think the mortars we're using right now are much better than the ones we used before, guys. And what I'm going to do now is I am going to hunt with Carro Armato. And apparently it does have a turret gun. I didn't think it did. Why will this thing not hunt? Whoa, is he really stuck? Okay, interesting. I guess since we have him on this hill here, he can't actually move. Well, so much for Italian engineering. Alright, that's too bad. Let's forget about him. Hopefully he can assist us. He's still got a hit over here. Look at that. Actually took out the enemy scout car from a distance. We got very lucky. Since we've taken these locations, the enemy's definitely going to try to retake them, although I think we've held pretty well so far. They've eliminated the Bersaglieri unit, unfortunately. We're still going to open up fire on the platoon. And let's also get that mortar to hit all of those massed infantry units. And actually, the concentrated American fire here is sending our Bersaglieri running. We've still got the Breda 37, a pretty nice machine gun there. But can it stop the Americans? I don't know. Again, we have taken this location. They're going to have to try and retake it if they can. But I am not sure how long we can hold on this hill. I think we might have to send another Breda group up there. Right now, the morale is very even on either side. I think we're going to send our boys behind this hill and try to provide some fire support. You are Il Duce soldiers, you fear nothing. Go and attack the enemy. We'll also grab this group. Well, actually, this is a command group. Not sure I want to actually get them shot, but we'll stay on this side of the hill and get them closer to our men. Same with the Controcarro. Hopefully, we won't need to use the Controcarro at all. I don't think the enemy has any more tanks. Fortunately, we can't use our tank. Thanks a lot, man. Thanks a lot, tank. Can you move back? No. Wow. Just pathetic. Alright, well, he's still providing fire support. We'll take it. Beautiful. Like that Bersaglieri MG. Wow. Beautiful shot. That was the tiratore. Did you guys hear the sniper right there? Absolutely the tiratore getting that shot. Maybe we should move the sniper up here to assist with hitting that location. Although I don't want to get too cocky here. I'm going to be careful. How's our mortar doing? You've done a tremendous job. Nice. Still firing. See a lot of movement here on the left. Let's hit the 30 cal heavy machine gun. If I thought this area was a defensible location at all, I would send more guys here. The problem is, as you guys can see, there's no cover. There's just no cover there. I think we're much safer here. Talk about a death trap for our men. That hill has taken so much pounding. We're lucky the enemy doesn't have anything resembling, mortars or anything like that. Otherwise, we would be in a lot of trouble. I'm actually going to send the command team over here, but I will stay behind that ridge. Just want to make sure our boys know that their commanders are with them. Actions speak louder than words, so let's go ahead and do that. Okay, already taking hits with the Bersaglieri. We knew that was going to happen. Just don't want the enemy trying to take that or retake that position. Let's push these boys up. Who knows? Maybe we'll start fanning out over here on the edges of the hill to get some better firing lines. Alright, they're already firing, it's fine. Looks like even the pack gun is taking shots at the enemy. Although, I don't think there's going to be much use for that right now. Okay, here we go. Enemy movement with the rifle team. And, oh boy, they forced the Bersaglieri back. Did not want that to happen. We're going to have to substitute them for this team right here. And yes, they're going to have to go into some pretty rough terrain. Maybe we can just hang up down here and just set up an ambush. That might not be such a bad idea. Still some nice shots there. I think that was from the AT gun. Maybe even from the tank. But as you can see, the morale on our side is also not good. Nice, Bersaglieri definitely spotting them. Gotta get some hits, though. Come on, boys. Come on, you're braver than that. Get in the bushes. Oh, okay, I said the enemy didn't have any mortars. That is definitely not the case. Did that guy get killed? Yeah, one of those guys got killed. One got badly wounded. He is just took a direct hit with a mortar. Not much left to send home to mama. Look at that. A lot of guys down there. Not bad. We're getting some great shots down this hill. So much so that I'd love to bring up this Bersaglieri MG unit that's taking some hits and try and get them closer. Same with the Breda 37. I don't think that Bersaglieri unit is going to survive there for long, so we're going to push forward with the Breda as well. We're taking the fight to the enemy, guys. That's how it's got to be. Once again, another team forced off the hill. Yeah, I don't think we can hold Hill 220. Unless we just send a unit to kind of hang out at the bottom of the hill. We could send the Direttore over there. He's done a great job so far. Let's going up the hill. Come on, come on, come on. Maybe now you can move. Hunt? No, maybe, what if we do like a sneak maneuver? Castrato. What? Did he just say castrato? Because he is castrated currently. Alright, well, we can still open fire on some enemy units at least. The ones we can see. So much for the carro armato. Alright, let's go ahead and open up on the riflemen at least. Yeah, the enemy really wants to smash the Fash right now, but we need to hold on to the very end. I almost want to just leave that gun and force our men to go ahead and get on the front lines. We need every man on the front lines right now. Still have any mortars? Yes, we do. Let's pop some mortars over here by this rifle team. Actually, it's always better to hit units that are moving. The problem is the distance. Distance is a problem. So I'm actually going to fire at the 30 cal team. Because, of course, that's also a danger. The 30 cal team is a dangerous team. In fact, if I can get a spot with the Tiratore from here, I'll start shooting. And no, I think we're going to have to get closer. He's already taking cover. That's not a good sign. Nice shooting, boys. Just sneak with him. This way the enemy shouldn't know that he's actually here, but it doesn't look like he's going to follow our order. Is he that panicked? No, he's crawling. He's crawling. He's okay. Seems to be healthy, too. And I can't believe that Breda team, you can see, took so many hits on the Hill 220 area. I think that's where we got most of our casualties. Up here as well, don't get me wrong. But over there on Hill 220, we just took a pounding. Avanti Bersaglieri. Hell of a defensive position here on top of the hill. Just look at that, guys. I've zoomed in. Look at all of those bodies all over the damn place. It's amazing that our men are still holding out here, that the morale is still fairly okay. I mean, it's not great, let's be honest. It's It's just a step above the Americans. We have to hope for victory, friends. I'm even going to fire at the 30 cal from here. And this guy is using just... Well, actually, no, he's got a proper machine gun there. Not bad. Italian model of some sort of... It looks almost like a Bren gun. What's that mortar doing? We're probably going to have to move him to the front line very soon. I would be surprised if he has any more rounds. Ooh, he's still got rounds. Man, I really want to make a run for that building. Kind of know better, though. But Highway 14, that would definitely give us a victory here. We would take, well, the enemy would essentially only have 1 point. It's going to be a victory by default. Wow, one of our Bersaglieri just decided to go crazy. Again, shell shock in this game is very well represented. He is fleeing towards the enemy. Never something I would recommend. Right, nice. That mortar fire, boys. Actually, that might have been a tank shot, because our mortar is poised to fire over here, so that was definitely the tank firing at the rifle team. Still no target. Okay, now the mortars are out of ammunition. So, we're going to take the mortar team and consolidate that position on top of the hill. Looks like even being up here, look at that, our men took off. So, only down here are we really safe. We'll send our guys over here. I want to see the trajectory, the topography here. For whatever reason, this area seems to be a lot safer than up here. So, this is higher. There's a sort of divot going through. It's a very small one. It's working out right now, at least. But once again, there we go. A lot of our men just losing their minds, running towards the enemy. Let's see what happens in the debrief of this battle. It's a minor victory. I'll take it, but of course, you know, it was a really brutal fight, and we didn't manage to move off our position on the hill. The enemy also, though, didn't manage to retake it in any real way. Nonetheless, fun little fight there with our Bersaglieri troops. I hope you guys enjoyed it. It was nice seeing them in action, and I think they're much stronger than the standard Italian troops. I think we had one of those units either way. No, it was just Bersaglieri. Pretty amazing stuff. Definitely fighters I would want to have on our side in the future. Well, thanks again, guys, for watching. I hope you'll catch me on the next one. Once again, don't forget to hit that like button, comment, and subscribe. Every single one of those things helps the channel tremendously. Take care, friends.